lot of people always talk about Nollywood in the negative light. They always want to represent Nollywood as either one actress snatching a husband from a fellow actress and other stuffs like that. A couple of other Nollywood actors are actually really putting Nollywood in the positive light. Yes, they are putting Nollywood in the positive light. And it will amaze you to know that one of the humor merchants in Nollywood who actually brought so much joy to our screens in the name of Charles Inojie is doing so much, so much to see that he brings about some laughter. Apart from bringing laughter on our screens, he's also bringing laughter to the lives of people in his community. Charles Inojie, as we all know, is an accomplished actor and director too. He rose to prominence when he actually starred in the Johnson's comedy series that was running on Africa Magic, where incidentally he actually played Mr. Johnson's. But right about now, Charles Inojie took us back to his local community some few years ago when things were actually really not good in place, but somehow he was able to tell us a very touchy story, not just about his story, but also how he has been able to affect his community positively. Hear what Charles said. I left the village when I was in class 4 in the secondary school, back then in the village. We got our water from a stream in the neighboring community. I could usually wake up by 4 a.m. to join my peers to the stream, a journey of almost 4 kilometers. So we could do 2 rounds, you know what I mean, before going to school every morning. So when I visited the village 35 years later to meet the same situation, I was heartbroken. And I told myself that I could do whatever I could to make children in the community not to go through what I went through as a kid. And that was how the idea of setting up the foundation was born. That was how the Charles Inojie Foundation was born. It was also painful to see the maternity home where I was born had completely broken down and overtaken by bush. So far, Charles Inojie Foundation had facilitated an industrial borehole as well as the renovation of a health center. Previously, only 2 days ago, we commissioned and handed over 4 boreholes in 4 different communities, bringing our total haul to 5, with the one in Orahun community nearing completion. I am confounded with the joy that a little village boy of yesterday is helping to rewrite the stories of several communities where government presence is non-existent. I thank my partners, the Latter Saints Charities, and everyone else who has supported us in one way or the other. I challenge everyone reading this not to wait until they own the world before they can do the needful. It sounds impossible until it is done. Nelson Mandela. If I can, you too can. Wow, what an inspirational piece we just heard there from Charles Inojie. People should actually begin to learn to use their platforms to affect lives positively, especially in our industry like Nollywood, where everybody just feels if you must know anything that is not going well, the where it comes from should always be from Nollywood. But right now, we are also really changing the narrative. We're actually going above board to see that we affect lives with the little that God has given to us. I mean, Charles Inojie did not just say, okay, since I am I'm a successful actor, I'm a successful filmmaker, I should just stay in my corner and do what I need to do. No, he has actually gone beyond that. He has actually taken the step further now by trying to see that he uses his platform to garner support and see that his community is fixed. I mean, have you sat down to check on your community? Have you sat down to ask yourself, what is it that my community is doing that is actually not properly done? How can I help? How can I support? How can I add value? How can I add value into the system? You know, it's high time we all just stop complaining about government. Every time in our lives, we seem to always want to put all the blames on the government. When we continue to put blames on the government, there's every possibility that we cannot have the change we want to see. We cannot have the impact that we hope to see can never ever be felt. But when we all by our own contribute our own quota to see that we elevate the sufferings of our people from point A to point Z, then as a matter of fact, we will know that we are actually going towards getting it right. Right now, everybody seems to put so much blames on the president. Everybody just feels that the president needs to do this. The truth about the matter is, the president is not a magician. The president can never ever be a magician to use a magic wand and do shokologubango she, and the country just gets all right. In every community in Nigeria, there is a local government councillor, there is a chairman, there is a House of Assembly member, there is a governor, there is a House of Rep member, there is a senator, there is a governor. If all of those people begin to do their own little acts, the country is actually going to get better. Not just that, we on our own, everybody has something. We should not just always want to know what is Nigeria going to do for us. Can we also begin to ask ourselves right now, what are we going to do for Nigeria? When you have a little opportunity to impact on people's lives, we have an opportunity to see the right thing and you do it. We have an opportunity to be disciplined. When you take pure water, you do not throw it on the floor but put it in the dustbin. When you see somebody vandalizing government property and you now get a voice and try to tell them to stop, those are the kind of things that we need to begin to do to make Nigeria a better place. Not always wanting to put blames on the government. Government is going to do their bit, but trust me, government can never ever do everything. All hands must be on deck to make Nigeria a better place. I want to say a big congratulations to the Charles Inojie Foundation for this honorable act of humanity that you've shown to people. And I want to urge every other person out there, all Nollywood ambassadors, all Nollywood filmmakers, they should begin to look beyond just the funfair, you know, the level that Nollywood has put them. Rather, they should begin to also see that, as a matter of fact, God in his infinite mercy and goodness has placed them there for a purpose, for a time like this, to see how they can use their clout to make Nigeria a better person. All right, thank you so much. If you like the video, I want you to give it a thumbs up, share, like, comment, and let us know what you think. And if you think anybody who is doing something very interesting in his community, let us know, and we will definitely point our searchlight on that person. Thank you, and see you some other time. Bye-bye.
Let's see.